Do you want to learn English grammar but don't know where to start? Or maybe you have studied grammar for a long time but you couldn't get it right? Or maybe you hate grammar now because you cannot learn it? Watch this video to find out the best way of learning English grammar easily. Hello, my name is Maddie from POC English. And in this lesson, we are going to talk about how to learn English grammar easily and effectively. A very important point is that English grammar cannot and should not be studied alone. You should always learn grammar and vocabulary together. So if you learn one lesson of grammar, you should learn a lesson of vocabulary. When you learn a lesson of vocabulary, you should learn a lesson of grammar, always together and never alone. But here's another question. What is the best way of learning English vocabulary so that you can use it while you're speaking or writing in English? Well, in this video, I have explained everything about vocabulary. You can watch it. Okay, when you learn new grammatical structures and grammatical rules, you make sentences with the rules and with the words you know. Similarly, when you learn new words, you use the new words with the structures you know to make new sentences. So in either case, whether by learning new vocabulary or new grammatical structures, you are making sentences. And the ultimate goal of learning grammar and vocabulary is to make sentences. Now that we know that the ultimate goal is to make sentences in English by learning grammar and vocabulary, how can we learn grammar effectively? Well, follow these steps. Step 1, understand sentence composition. Sentence composition? What is that? You learn grammar and vocabulary to make sentences. So it is very important that you know what the different parts of a sentence are and what role do different words in a sentence play. Listen again. What role do different words play in a sentence? The role of different words in a sentence is also known as part of speech. In English, there are 4 main parts of speech with 4 other parts of speech. The 4 main parts of speech are noun, verb, adjective, and adverb. A noun like pencil, a verb like play, an adjective like beautiful, an adverb like beautifully. These are the 4 main parts of speech or roles different words play in a sentence. There are 4 others. Pronouns, either subject or object pronouns like he or him. Prepositions like of, to, from, at. Conjunctions, which help link 2 sentences like and, or. And interjections like yay, oh, ouch, which are basically simple words that are independent and that convey feeling. What you need to do is to start simple. You should take simple steps. First, try to learn about the 4 main parts of speech and how they work together and the relationship that exists among them. For example, a verb describes an action. Like, the driver drives. The verb is drives, and that shows the action. Adjectives describe nouns. For example, the angry driver drives. Driver is the noun. We use the adjective angry before it. The angry driver drives. Adverbs can play 3 roles. They can describe the verb. The angry driver drives angrily. The verb is drive, and the adverb is angrily. They can also describe adjectives, like the extremely angry driver drives angrily. The driver is angry. How angry? Extremely angry. They can also define other adverbs like the extremely angry driver drives extremely angrily. You see how different parts of speech are working together in order to form a sentence? Look at the sentence again. The extremely angry driver drives really angrily. Extremely is an adverb, angry is an adjective. The adverb extremely is defining the adjective angry. Now, the adjective angry is defining the next noun, driver. What does the driver do? The driver drives, which is the verb. The adverb angrily is defining the verb drive. And the adverb really is describing the adverb angrily. This is the relationship between all these parts of speech. Now, by improving your vocabulary, you will learn new nouns, new verbs, new adjectives, and new adverbs as parts of speech to use in your sentences. And by improving your grammar, you will use those parts of speech you have learned in a correct form. So that was step 1, learning different parts of speech and understanding sentence composition. Okay, what is next? Learn tenses. This is very crucial. You have to learn tenses in English. But what are tenses? There are 3 main tenses: past, present, and future. Each of these tenses have 4 different forms: simple form, continuous or progressive form, perfect form, perfect continuous or perfect progressive form. These are the 4 forms of the 3 tenses. So overall, there are 12 tenses in English that you have to learn. Let's have a look at a few examples of these tenses. For the simple tenses, look at these 3 sentences. I go to school, present simple. I went to school, past simple. And I will go to school, future simple. For the continuous tenses, look at these 3 sentences. I am going to school, present continuous. I was going to school, past continuous. I will be going to school, future continuous. For the perfect tenses, look at these examples. I have played tennis, present perfect. I had played tennis, past perfect. I will have played tennis, future perfect. And for perfect continuous tenses, look at these examples. I have been playing tennis, present perfect continuous. I had been playing tennis, past perfect continuous. I will have been playing tennis, future perfect continuous. Some of these examples might not make sense without the context, but pay attention only to the structure and form. Now, here's the main question. How should we learn all these tenses? And more importantly, how can we learn in a way that we can actually use them? The first step is to learn the essential tenses, the 3 tenses: past, present, and future. Only the simple forms, okay? Not the other forms, just the simple forms. Then you should start making many different sentences with each tense. About the things you did yesterday, probably, simple past. The things you generally do, present simple. And the things you have planned to do or you want to do in the future, future simple. Make very simple sentences, but make many sentences. For example, the musician plays the guitar, present simple. Yesterday, the musician played the guitar, past simple. Tomorrow, the musician will play the guitar, future simple. Now, with the 3 sentences you have made and with the 3 tenses you have learned, try to play with the parts of speech to make the sentences a bit longer and try to be creative with the sentences. How? Try to add adjectives and adverbs. For example, look at the 3 sentences again. The very talented musician plays the guitar really beautifully. You see, I have added some parts of speech. I've added adverbs and adjectives. Yesterday, the great musician played the guitar awfully. Again, I'm using adjectives and adverbs. Tomorrow, the famous musician will play the guitar. I've used an adjective here. So try to mix the parts of speech with the 3 tenses you have learned. Then, little by little, try to learn and add new tenses to your knowledge. So far, I have learned simple tenses. Okay, next is to learn continuous tenses. The musician is playing the guitar. The musician was playing the guitar. The musician will be playing the guitar. Present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. Then again, try to add adjectives and adverbs to these sentences. For example, the famous musician is playing the guitar beautifully. Or, the talented musician was playing the guitar masterfully. Or, the great musician will be playing the guitar. Okay, now I have learned simple and continuous tenses, and I have played with adjectives and adverbs. What's next? Try to mix the 6 tenses you have learned: present simple, present continuous; past simple, past continuous; future simple, future continuous. Mix them up and make sentences and write short and very simple stories. For example, Jack is a musician. He plays the guitar. Yesterday, he was playing the guitar at the concert. He played the guitar yesterday. These are different tenses that I have mixed to make a very short, very simple paragraph. What's next? Use adjectives and adverbs to enrich your text. For example, Jack is a famous musician. He plays the guitar masterfully. Yesterday, he was playing the guitar at the concert. He played the guitar beautifully. Can you guess the next step? Again, try to learn other tenses. So basically, what you are doing is you're learning some tenses, you're playing with them, adding parts of speech. When you have played with them enough, you start adding new tenses, new parts of speech, new vocabulary, new adjectives and adverbs. You keep playing with them until you master them again, and then you continue with the learning process until you have fully learned everything. Okay, that's with the tenses and the parts of speech and sentence composition. Is that it? No. There are other grammatical rules apart from tenses. If you want to learn every single grammatical rules that exists in the English language, you will have to study for years. The book Grammar in Use has 3 different levels, and each level has over 200 lessons of grammar, coming to about 600 lessons of grammar, and that's not all. So, should I learn everything? No. As I said earlier, learn the essentials first. But which ones are the essentials? The essentials are relative clauses, who, which, that, whose. Passive structures, when the agent of a sentence is not mentioned or is not important. Quantifiers, many, much, a few, a little. Conditional sentences, 0 conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional sentences, and mixed conditional sentences. Plus, infinitives and gerunds, to plus verb, verb plus ing. These, plus the tenses, plus adverbs and adjectives and different parts of speech, these are the alphabet of English grammar. Little by little, step by step, you will learn these, add them to your knowledge, mix them up, make different sentences, write short stories, and as you are doing this, you're also learning new vocabulary. This is how you should approach learning grammar. Grammar, vocabulary together. While you are improving your grammar by learning about the alphabet of English grammar, a very good exercise for you to do is to improve your grammatical accuracy by learning from grammatical mistakes in English. I have a complete playlist of the grammatical mistakes students usually make while trying to write or speak in English. And I'm going to link it up here so you can watch it. That's it, guys. If you want to receive the lesson summary of this video and every other videos when I post them on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to pocenglish.com. The link to my website is in the description below. Go to my website, type in your email address, click subscribe, you will receive a welcome message, and then you will receive a PDF file of the lesson summary of this video. And when I post other videos on YouTube, I will send you the lesson summary by email for free. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe if you're new to my channel. See you!